Hi guys, and welcome back to Awakening with Stacy. If you're returning to see me, hi, how are you? I hope y'all are doing great. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope that you stay, like, subscribe, and do your girl a favor and like. It helps the algorithm and it's a free way to help out. So we are going to do a collective reading today and just see what's going on with these energies. A lot has went on. A lot was in retrograde. A lot has came out of retrograde. For me, I had the sun in my 12th house along with Mercury retrograde in my 12th house. A lot of energy in the hidden world of the 12th house. So kind of stayed out of the limelight. So yeah, it's been kind of cray waiting on some test results to come through for those who have been asking. Been really busy. Confirmation. Just trying to get myself together and get through these energies the best that I could so that I could deliver some things to you guys. I have some, I think 6 new decks. And I'm waiting on some more. I have some Halloween things that are going to be coming up that I think you guys will like, but we're just going to get a collective reading tonight because Spirit asked me to, and I want to see what's going on with y'all. So without further ado, let's get into it. As per usual, this will not resonate with everyone. Take what does, leave what does not. So I'm getting uncaging the spirit within the fertile power of yourself that you hold to taste within inside yourself the gifts that you have that you should cherish each day that comes. So, tap into your powers. As we get out of these retrogrades and things start going forward, we are going to understand more why we had to go through some of these lessons, which have been extremely hard on some of us. We have protection. This is my house, stained by the very blood flowing through its walls, covered in a veil of delicious prayers, yet deadly to those who dare to lift its hidden. So remember to protect yourself from the things that you know that's within inside of you, that's covered by your own willingness to see your shadow, work with your shadow, do your healing work, and dare to look at the things that are hidden from the world within inside yourself to heal them. And I think that's what we've been going through, a lot of us. Bathed from seed within to the belly of the moon, there are the wise felt torches over our hearts and felt deep within our spirit. So deep within inside of us is always these wise feelings. And some people call it it's your intuition, it's your gut feeling. It's that feeling that makes you feel like if you're doing something right or doing something wrong. For most of us, it's felt deep within inside our spirit when we are on the right path or on the wrong path, when you're in tune with that part of yourself. So go in. All of these are telling us to protect our energies, to protect ourselves, to be willing to look where we haven't looked before and know that we're not crazy. We are going through the ascension. There are things coming onto this planet. There are things going on that others may not be able to see around you. The breaking of the floor beneath you, your naked feet, the crackling of the walls as the cold kisses flesh. You're never really alone when the company of hauntings within your bone. So remember that you are never alone. You're never alone. It does not matter. You have spirits and angels and guides and passed on loved ones, and everyone around you at all times. They are here to keep you company when you are feeling at your lowest, which I will tell you, there have been times within the last 4 weeks that I have felt more alone than I ever have. And that's saying a lot, and feeling like my time, there was nothing else that I could do here right now. And I had to pull myself out of it. I went into a very deep depression going through my 12th house, going over the pains that I thought I had already healed, and realizing that within all of us that we are going to have to look at that shadow self, maybe get pissed off that we have to look at it again, but know that if we have to look at it again, there is something that we missed. There is something else to be seen. There are closures taking place. There are new beginnings taking place. Both of those can hurt depending on how you look at it. What else do you want them to know? You know, y'all have heard me say before, shadow work is nothing to play with, but it's worth it. But I will tell you, there are some times that, it would be so much easier to turn the other way and say, screw shadow work. I'm just going to keep going on this path. I can't take no more pain. I can't look at nothing any clearer. It hurts too much. But every time we do that, we give ourselves a setback. Looking at it and feeling the pain and transmuting it into love is the only way to get rid of it. It doesn't matter how many band-aids you put over it or how many times you kick people in and out of your life because they want to tell you something that you don't want to look at, and it's easier to ignore it, but you're just prolonging the inevitable. And the elders are always here trying to assist you, trying to help you, sending people to you to help you in this mission. The bell is very good at this time, looking to the future. In the future for a lot of us, as you're going through this ascension process, fam, we know things are changing. We know things are being brought down. We know things are not right. And a lot of things are going to happen. I'm not going to speak on every single thing that's going to happen in the timeline that we have coming, for there's many timelines collapsing and starting at the same time, and time is fluid. What I will say is that it's for our betterment, and everything that's going to happen, that will happen, there is a reason behind it. And for each one of our journey, it is to find that reason and find a reason to go forward. Sometimes you're not meant to see the future. You're meant to feel your way through it. And learn to grow from the past. Looking back to the future, or looking back to the past and going forward in the future. And there are a lot of lessons being learned right now through that. Being your authentic self, no longer hiding the shadow self. When you've done shadow work and you've done it over and over and over again, you learn that each time doesn't always get easier. As you go deeper, as you try to be more authentic to yourself, it doesn't matter what anyone else says or sees about you, as long as you are being your authentic self and telling your truth, because change will come in. When you are being your authentic self, you will lose, you will gain, you will go forward, and you will go backwards as many times as it takes to get you where you need to be. Remember that your ancestors are always with you. Your DNA and the power that lies in your DNA of who you are, and aligning yourself to your DNA. What is it that your body can handle eating? What is the best medicine for your DNA, for you to love yourself and to understand that we have and always will be, and the souls that have come before us and who will come after us have always been and always will be. Find the love from your ancestors. Realize that they are all in your DNA. You are never apart. Even when in the physical, it feels like you are. Do you want to get in the spirit? Release control of an outcome, control of that you have no control over anything that's happening on the outside world or in our governmental societies or everything around us. The only thing we can control is ourselves. And sometimes that even feels out of our control when all these things are going down and we're feeling a certain way. But don't try not to give into unnecessary fear. And that is a very big deal for a lot of people. They're scared to go forward because there's a fear of failure, or better yet, a fear of succeeding. Confirmation. You know, I've had to kind of learn that I don't have a fear of failing. I have a fear of succeeding because I'm used to feeling like I've failed. You know, there is so much fear around being ourselves and what others will think, or telling our truth and what others will think of us. But until we do that, not only are we deceiving ourselves, but what people think of us isn't the truth anyway, because we're not being ourselves. So letting go of unnecessary fear of what other people think or what will, or until it happens. You know, you don't know what tomorrow brings until tomorrow gets here. And as I said, time is fluid. So you may get into a fear-based belief that something is going to happen, and it may not have anything, it may not turn out to be anything like that. And you've wasted a bunch of time living in fear for no reason. When your future meets an opportunity, don't self-sabotage it. I'm hearing we are coming to where the future and the past are going to meet. Have you learned the lessons? Are you ready to go forward? You know, when we go through retrogrades, you know, your future and your past can sometimes meet up, and that's where we get these lessons of, okay, did we learn? Are we ready to go forward? Did we pass the test of these last retrogrades? Did you pass the test, or did you buckle in fear, or did you lose self-control, or was it too much for you to handle? Only you know the answers to that. I know the answers to what the last 4 weeks have brought into me and how I felt. But did you pass the test? Are you going to let your fortune, the things that are going to come in to change your world, let it meet the opportunities that are coming ahead if you pass this test that the universe has given us and that will continue to give us as time goes forward? Because as I've said many times, things are going to look worse on the outside because everything has to come down to be rebuilt by the crystal children. And then be in, you know, there's a lot involved in that, and those who are in the know. Try not to get wrapped up in what is going on. Protect yourself. Even if you think there is nothing to protect yourself from, whenever anyone's in your energy field, they come into your home, they come into your sacred space, they bring an energy with them, good or bad, or the energies that have been around them. Protect your space, light your candles, use your sage, cleanse your energy, protect yourself from the negative energies going on, from things you cannot see in this three-dimensional world. Realize that there are things going on other realms, And if you do not understand about the third, fourth, fifth dimensions and higher, research about it. Protect your energy. There are energy vampires that will gladly take it if you let them. We will come in and make you take your energy and make you feel like you are depleted and are nothing. Because we are here to change the world, right? Lightworkers, star seeds, chosen ones, whatever title you want to put on it, you know who you are. Of course, there are going to be all kinds of things meant to take you off your path, even in the spiritual community, of things that are not completely the truth. Not that anyone was trying to deceive anyone. I think it's like we're going through these portals, we're going through these changes, we're learning more all the time, we're upgrading all the time, so we are going to have different views of the knowledge that we were given previously. You know, when we go through the dark night of the soul, everything is on pause, and we have to step back and feel these feelings and these emotions, no matter how bad they hurt. And it can feel like a splitting and a beginning all at the same time, and we can get stuck in regret, you know, but there's nothing you can go back and redo. All you can do is make every day better than it was the day before, and love yourself more every day. Try to love others more every day, and that is not easy. There are gonna, when you're going through the dark night of the soul, most of us just want to be left alone, but yet we want someone to understand, and it feels like an oxymoron. But sometimes it's just sitting in the silence of no words that can complete us more than a billion words told to us. One more spirit in this deck. So many people, and even myself, can be in fear of experiencing a different side of ourselves. If we're used to doing things a certain way, and we go outside of that comfort zone, we feel like we should regret it because it's something different. It's something we've never done before. Oh my gosh, society or this person says that's bad, so I've done something bad. I need to regret it now. No, explore your wild side. What truly lights your heart on passion, you know, your heart on fire with passion. You know, what is that? And don't regret the dark side of yourself, because it takes the dark and the light together to for you to know who you are. It's balance, it's control of those energies, but honor them or they will control you. Because if we do not control the mind controls us. Correct? What else do you want the collective to know? I've missed you guys very much. But I am just like you. I go through dark nights. I go through things. And when I'm going through things, I like to sit and go through my healing and go through the process, and until I am ready to come out of my shell. And if I feel like I am not going to be able to be positive for anyone, I try to just stay to myself. Ignorance seems bliss, you guys. In there, you know, this journey is one of once you see, you can't unsee, right? Like, no matter how bad you want to go back into that hiding place, you cannot do it, because we have work to do that we have. And when you once, what I'm hearing is, once you see, and you can't unsee the truth of everything around you, whether that be yourself, your family, the government, the way the system was set up in 3D, 4D, 5D, you know, all the things. we can also start feeling like there is work to do. We need to change it. We need to go forward. And those are feelings. We're all here for a purpose. We all have a piece of this puzzle to bring. Everybody's story is unique and special. And we have to move forward and get out of projecting who we are on other people, because everyone has a place in this world, and there are two sides to everything. And just because you may not agree with the reasons they are here and the challenges that they bring, it is their job at this time as a spirit having human experience to do their work and their job. And it is not our job to project our emotions on other people, and that's very hard. We are all guilty of it, but we are learning how to not project. They see the puppies in the background. My Yorkie just had 7 puppies this afternoon. The bitch. Okay. You know, I was talking to a friend about this. When you start putting up boundaries, and this is what I'm being told. Let's see. When you start putting up boundaries, female, male energy, it doesn't matter which one. You start feeling like you're this terrible person because you've never had boundaries before, and now you have boundaries and how you experience things and what you're available for. And when you start putting up those boundaries, it makes you feel like the Queen of Swords, you know, whether it's male or feminine or masculine energy, you know, it makes you feel like a different person, like you're being mean or you're not being sensitive, especially when you're used to being an empath your whole life. And the fact is that we had to go through everything we went through so that we could experience it and be available to be able to put up the boundaries, to chalk up our past so that we could bring forward our gifts into this planet, onto this earth, you know, so we would not have clouded judgment on ourselves for first and foremost, excuse me. And to do that, once you go, even after you put up the boundaries and you go through the experience and you're available for these things, and you chalk it up to past experiences and you bring your gifts forward, you still have to have a timeout to keep yourself on a straight and narrow. Because if you're going through all this spiritual journey and you think that you've reached the point where you can't learn something from someone else, it's time to take a time out, because we can all learn something from someone else. And I don't care what the world perceives you as, we are all still learning. You can learn from someone else's story, someone else's experience. Spirit. Oh yeah, that timeout, because you will feel burnt out. You will feel like you have burnt both that candle at both ends. You're trying to awaken to your gifts, awaken to what's going on. You're getting spiritual knowledge, you're getting information outside of yourself and trying to figure out what it is you're supposed to be waking up to. Yet you have this yearning, especially when you first wake up, that you're supposed to be doing something different. And it's so taboo. It's so taboo. What are people going to think? I'm going to be the weird one. I'm going to be that weird person. No, you are going to be suspended in awe of who you become when you sit back and remember it a year from now. It's a honed in craft of who you are on the total soul level. And depending on where you are on this journey, you will understand the different levels. Each time you level up, each time you go through a dark night of the soul, each time that you do the shadow work, you level up to a new powerful self. And each time you do that, you learn that your words are less important, and actions and the way that you make people feel are everything. And sometimes that's hard, especially like if you're someone who's a catalyst for others, which means people come into your life, they want to get close to you because they like your energy, but then you have to be the one to make them look themselves in the mirror. And when you make someone look themselves in the mirror, even when they're ready, they're going to take what they see, if they don't like it, and project it on the person who made them see it. And that then you feel, then it's like, well, am I doing work, am I not doing work, and it feels more alone that way. Some of us are catalysts for others, and it can be very hard. Try not to overindulge in anything. Try to have a balance in everything: soul, body, mind, spirit. Make a commitment to yourself, make a commitment to others. Try to honor those commitments as long as you are honoring yourself. If that commitment is not honoring you first, you need to rethink the commitment. I'm hearing, do not lay dormant in yourself. Do not lay dormant in your spirituality. Do not lay dormant in the healing of yourself and the environment that you have around you. For the time has come for you to step into your gifts. The spirit all through me right now. This needs to go out to somebody. The contracts that you have made with others, with yourself, you need to look in the mirror and see if they are serving you. Are they bringing you peace? Are they bringing you happiness? Do you like the image that is coming back in that mirror? The feminine energy. The feminine energy within all of us. Masculine energy is more logical. Feminine energy is more emotional, creative. We need to balance those energies out within us and within the counterpart that is here for us. There will be a change in luck if you do these things. And this could take years. This could take a decade. This could take a day. This is your journey. Take it one moment at a time if you have to. Take it 1 minute at a time. One day if you can do that. These are lifetimes. This is a timeless of bringing in yourself, which starts with self-love, which starts with healing and seeing that shadow work. And those moments, you guys, are very hard. And it doesn't even matter how many times you've done it. Like I've said, even the last 4 weeks for me, I didn't know if I could do it anymore. Were my words being heard? Doesn't matter what I say. Am I being clear enough? Each story is important. Your story is important. It's a sweet surprise. Someone who needs to hear it. Someone who needs to know that they don't feel alone. They're not alone on this journey. No matter what it is that you've went through, there's someone who has experienced something like it. Maybe it's not identical to your story, but they're able to resonate and feel for it. Life is not a competition with anyone else. Life is a gift for you. Your life is a gift. And it is different than anyone else's. Do not compete with anyone else, for no one else is you. And you are no one else. Ooh, spirit, bring it through. Let's see. Anything with the dark night of the soul to Oracle. I know the stick. I was going to pick another deck, but I was told to go to this deck. So remember, you will be submerged before you rise. You will go through being submerged with emotions, with healing, with heartbreak, to be able to rise to who you are. And it may happen once for you, it may happen twice, it may be your life story, depending on your birth chart and where it is and what you're supposed to do on this planet. Beware of the false prophets. Everyone goes through the dark night of the soul. Whenever you see someone's life and it looks perfect, and they don't tell you that they go through things too, be cautious. Don't get entangled with the torment of others or torment of yourself. It's like when you're going through hell, keep on going. You know, you can stop for a second, try to get it all together and keep on going. Don't give up, because at times it's going to feel like you're a complete head case. You know, are you going crazy? People aren't understanding you. That's what this ascension awakening process is. This is why you are the chosen one. You are the one that is here to change the earth. There are lots of us. Even if you don't acknowledge yet that you are one, trust me, if you're hearing the sound of my voice, if you're pulled to me, you are a chosen one. Try to be a place of grace in all situations. Don't try to throw temper tantrums at other people, which is hard. We all do it. And if you do it, forgive yourself and move on. And remember, misery loves company. Being around someone who's completely miserable all the time, and it doesn't mean people go through moments of their life where they have to sit in that darkness. You can sit there with them and hold their hand, but also know where you are on that journey and know when it's time to hold their hand and when it's time to let them walk alone. Okay. I want to get more message and I will close this out. I will be coming back with individual readings and some Halloween holiday specials. Don't self-sabotage. Said that a million times. Say what you mean and mean what you say, because sometimes when you say something, you better hope you mean it, because sometimes you can't go back and repeat it a different way. Sometimes once you say something or you make someone feel a certain way, or even yourself, you've caused a hole in that person's soul, in your own soul. So say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't self-sabotage your own success. If you do, and you go, because we go through that journey too, get up and keep it moving. And if you feel like you can't keep it moving, reach out to me, reach out to somebody, reach out to anybody. There's always help from above. Sit, light a candle, look into the flame. Procrastination, try not to procrastinate. That one's for me. Try not to procrastinate, because it feels a lot better when you get it done and you know you're done with it, instead of it sitting on your shoulders. Okay, let's see what the angels want to say, and then we will close this one out, guys. Sorry about that. Here's my candle, or my camera. Angels, what do you want the collective to know right now? What do you want the 144,000? Clear out, audience. Notice the loving guidance that you hear inside your mind are from other people. So take the messages that are meant for you. If they resonate with you, take them into your heart. Think about it. Don't just push it to the side because you don't like what someone says. Maybe there's a message in there for you. We are having different gifts come online at this time. We will be having different things happen. clear so yeah, all the clairs are here. Pay attention to your thoughts and ideas that come to you too. They are your answer prayers. So get a journal, start writing it down. I actually have a cool journal coming called the Wee Moon, and you can order them online. They are awesome. One of the readers that I listen to that I like very much, Turning Tides, she told me about it from her channel, and I ordered one, and I'm super excited for it to help me. And it gets the phases of the moon every day, and will help me get organized and stay more organized. And it has tarot, and it has birth charts and all kinds of really cool stuff in it. So that's Wee Moon. You can look it up online. But yeah, guys, I hope that these retrogrades wasn't too awful on you, but if it was, take it for what it is, learn from it, and let's keep going forward. It isn't easy. You want to reach out to me? Please do. I need to talk to. I will talk to you. But I love you guys, and have a great rest of your weekend. And I look forward to the Halloween specials. Love you guys. Bye.